It was supposed to be the trip of a lifetime. A long-awaited vacation to a tropical island, something I'd been dreaming about for months. I had everything planned out, the excursions, the dinners, the sunsets by the beach. But a few days before I was supposed to leave, I woke up feeling off. Like that slow, sinking feeling when you know something's not right. I tried to brush it off at first. Maybe it's just a little cold, I told myself. But as the day went on, my body just wasn't having it. Fever, chills, throbbing headache. By the time evening hit, I was lying in bed with the worst flu I'd ever had. I knew it wasn't just going to be a couple of days of rest and I'd be fine. Something in the back of my mind told me that this trip wasn't going to happen. I wasn't even thinking about the trip yet. I was just trying to survive the night. But the reality slowly started to sink in. I might have to cancel my flight, lose all my money, and stay stuck at home in bed while everyone else was enjoying a tropical paradise. I felt a mix of frustration, panic, and that all too familiar sense of helplessness. Because here's the thing. Travel insurance isn't something you think about until you need it. And in my case, I wasn't prepared. I had heard about travel insurance before, but it always felt like one of those things you get just in case, and never really pay attention to. But now, I was about to find out exactly why it's so important. I couldn't even focus on how to cancel my flight, let alone figure out what I was supposed to do about my non-refundable hotel reservation, pre-booked excursions, and everything else that would be out the window if I had to cancel. I knew my credit card company might be able to help with some parts of it, but it felt so messy, you know? But then I remembered something. I'd signed up for travel insurance just a few months ago when I was booking the trip. Honestly, I didn't think I'd ever actually need it, but in that moment, I was beyond thankful. I pulled out the email with my travel insurance details and gave them a call. I was shocked at how easy it was. They asked for a few details and then told me to send over a note from my doctor confirming I was too ill to travel. I wasn't used to this level of smoothness when it came to insurance companies. Usually, there's that weird, ominous feeling of they'll find a reason not to pay you. But this time, it wasn't like that at all. Within 48 hours, my trip was officially canceled and I was refunded for almost everything: the flights, the hotel, the excursions I had prepaid. I couldn't believe it. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. I didn't have to stress about losing hundreds of dollars for a trip I couldn't take. It was a huge relief, and it felt like a safety net was there when I needed it the most. But here's the thing I learned the hard way. Travel insurance is one of those things you never think you'll need until you really do. So my advice, don't skimp on it. Like I would be jumping through hoops for weeks just to get my money back, if at all. I get that it feels like an unnecessary expense sometimes, but trust me, it's worth it for peace of mind. No, I always make sure to get insurance when I travel, whether it's a quick weekend getaway or an international adventure. I know it might feel like you're throwing away money for something that might never happen, but when you're in a situation where you need it, it makes all the difference. And speaking of which, I found this travel insurance provider called Auras.insure. It wasn't a huge, well-known name, but it popped up when I was doing some research, and it turned out to be the perfect solution for me. They made the process so easy, and I never once felt like I was dealing with a faceless corporation that just wanted my money. They're not paying me to say this, I promise. But if you're booking your next trip, or even just planning something big, I'd highly recommend looking into them. It's honestly been a lifesaver for me, and I trust them for a reason. So yeah, that's my story. I don't think I'll ever travel without insurance again. And I hope you never have to go through what I did, but if you do, having that safety net can make all the difference.